Manners, County Librarian, and I'm here today with Russell Taylor.
Hi, everyone.
Russell, welcome to the region. Russell's our new regional director, so he's kind of supervising all 3 counties in the region, and today he's visiting us to share some of the important programs and books to read for September, and we're so happy to talk about these things. I love talking about books. It's my favorite thing to do.
That's why we're librarians, of course.
That's right.
Yes, indeed.
But we always kick it off at the beginning of the month on the first Saturday with a film. Our film is connected to what the branch library is reading about.
Okay.
And so the film is called So Goes My Love, starring Myrna Loy and Donna Michi. And this is based on a book by Hiram Percy Maxim. Have you ever heard of this fella?
I have not. Mm-mm.
He's new in my reading list as well. He wrote a book about his dad. His dad, Hiram Stevens Maxim, actually invented the automatic machine gun.
Oh, really?
He was an inventor.
Mm-hmm.
And this was prior to World War I. He post-Civil War days. And so he grew up with an eccentric father who invented all sorts of things, not just a machine gun. And he has lots of little humorous stories to tell. The movie So Goes My Love is on the early years of his father and his mother when they met. And it's just, the blurb I have, it says, this is a charming mix of romance and comedy. The film was released in 1946, but it talks about those post-Civil War American days, and the humor and old-fashioned charm is it's a real feel-good story. If you ever like to watch those old movies,
right?
It'll be black and white.
Of course.
So we're going to have that here in the library on our first Saturday of Keeping It Real, 1 o'clock. Hope you can come out to learn a little bit about the life of Mr. Maxim and enjoy the film with us, and that's kind of to lead us into the conversation that takes place at the branch on the book. The book is called A Genius in the Family.
Okay.
And I've been reading the books. I wanted to let you know it's a hard one to find copies of. We've got a couple of things circulating. Maybe they'll come back and can go back out again, but it is very readable online. If you go with Gutenberg, Project Gutenberg,
oh, okay.
you can read it online. And it's a short book. It's only about 130 pages. It's also, lately my new e-reading thing has been the Internet Archive. Have you ever tried that?
I've not tried the Internet.
Oh, it's so easy to use. You can create your own little account, just like you would for social media. Okay. So it keeps up with what you read, and you can borrow books off the internet and read them online for free. And you're able to bookmark. If you stop, like you're in the middle of reading a couple chapters, you can place your little virtual bookmark there. Okay. So the next time you log in, it'll reopen to where you left off. So I've been reading about the Genius in the Family on the Internet Archive, and it's really easy to read, and even has pictures, and that's why I don't have a physical copy in my hand.
Oh, okay.
But here is the inventor, Mr. Maxim.
Hiram Maxim.
And it's just he's kind of like a prankster, an adult prankster. He's always playing jokes with his family. He's an inventor, of course, but he's always doing like funny things with the kids and the family. And there's like one example. His son wanted this puppy that he saw at this shop in town, and the owner, of course, said, well, if you ever find a 2-sided penny, I'll sell it to you. You know, or a 2-head penny, a penny with 2 heads, because there's heads on one side, tails on the other. Right. The father made a 2-headed penny and went down there to help get that puppy for his kid. It was like very inventive, but it was like, where did this penny come from? He's always got a little prank involved. So it's a funny story. It's real readable. You'll enjoy it, and hope you can visit us to talk about it, whether you've read the book or not. But we meet out at the branch every second Thursday, and that's at noon. Because at noon is the lunch hour, so we have eat various items of food that might relate to our story. This story is just like an American story of a family, so I guess we'll have all sorts of different tasty things involved. Last month we were in Brazil, so we had Brazilian food. So
okay.
we're going to be in America, and I don't know, I haven't figured out what Hiram Maxim's favorite thing to eat is yet.
Oh, yeah.
There was one.
Maybe it's in the book.
Maybe it's in the book. I promise we won't have the chocolate-covered soap candy. That was a prank in the book.
Oh, okay.
You have to read to find
I
out what
have
it's
to read
all
to find out
about.
it. Doesn't sound appealing at all.
No, right. But it is a very enjoyable story. So the reading trap will take place at noon on September 11th at the branch location. And in regards to why we've chosen to read this book, we're celebrating the birthday of Hiram Percy Maxim. He was born September 2nd. And so in honor of him and his writings, we're reading about his family, a genius in the family. Mm-hmm. Now, I didn't put this in our notes, but let me say this as well. We always pick a random day of the month to celebrate the birthday of a particular author.
Okay.
Joseph Roth also has a birthday on September 2nd. So his book is an alternative read. And I do have copies of that book available if you don't get to read about a genius in the family and you want to pick and read something else. This is what we do at the Reading Trap. We have more than one book. It's kind of like a eclectic mix of titles and books, but the featured one is Mr. Maxim's story. But if you want to read the Radetzky March, I'll just say what I know from the inside jacket. I haven't read this book yet, but it is on my to-read list. Captain Joseph Trotta is a Slovenian infantryman. Mm-hmm. He serves the emperor. He saves the emperor, from a bullet.
Oh,
okay. Mm-hmm. And his power is the destiny of that miraculous thing where he jumps in and saves him from the bullet somehow, is a mythical power over those in the story. I don't know. It's something to dive into.
Right.
If you want to digest and find out more. We need to know more.
It sounds interesting.
We need some readers to help us find out more. So, you can borrow this one. We do have copies available of this one. Following the September 11th Reading Trap conversation, on the 12th is our Talking Service Book Club. You know about this book club yet, Russell?
No, I don't. The Talking Service Book Club, I don't.
We don't read the entire book.
Okay.
This is a collection of short stories or anthology pieces in an anthology that are targeted toward our veterans, and that's why it's called. It's from warrior to civilian.
Right. Okay.
And they have chosen to read a little bit from Tolstoy's novel War and Peace, which is a fat book.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
I've only attempted Tolstoy a little bit and about maybe 50 pages, and that's about the end of it.
I know, right? It is a big book. And I love to know all about these great classics in literature. So I did a little research again on this book, on the excerpt War and Peace. It's in our anthology here. And he's going to talk to us a little bit about the soldiers, the Russian soldiers returning home. And Tolstoy himself was a veteran. So they're talking about the struggles and the courage and the search for peace in the book War and Peace. Come out and visit us and learn more, meet some veterans. It's targeted to veterans, but it's open to all. Okay. So 10 o'clock on the second Friday, September 12th. And we'll learn a little bit about that. And if you're not familiar with Tolstoy and you want to check out the entire novel, it is a tome.
It is. It's quite a read. Is it about 1,000 pages? I
feel like it is so fat. Anna Karenina is another
one of
book
his
of
novels,
Tolstoy's,
yes.
And they're really interesting to know more about. Along with that, we have the Friends Library book sale every month. And that will always occur on the second Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So I'm trying to keep everything in a little chronological format here as I'm telling you about things. But we want to invite you to come out and visit the book room over behind the Stone Center. The Friends faithfully run a used book sale. It's every month, and their efforts there fund our programs, our supply budget for the library, for the children through the adults. So I want to thank the friends. Then we have a library book club. The library book club that Marlene used to host. And if you're not familiar with Marlene, she was a longtime adult services manager here in the building and has retired, and she still comes.
Okay.
She's coming to the group as a book club member instead of a facilitator.
All right.
But Jess, our reference librarian who took over the group, is picked to choose and read Circe. Have you heard about Circe?
No.
She's telling me about, these are some new reads for us today.
Okay.
She's telling me about, this is her favorite book, and the book group will be, this is an audio version of it. We do have copies available to borrow. This will be a great book to discuss about the Circe, the enchantress from Greek mythology, the Odyssey. Again, another book that I need to get into.
Okay.
It's exiled from Olympus and discovering her own magic. Circe navigates love, betrayal, and a struggle for identity in a world dominated by gods and mortals alike.
Oh, wow.
Are you hooked?
I could be. I like some good Greek mythology. I've never read the Odyssey or the Iliad, either one, but
Right?
yeah.
Well, this is perfect for fans of myth, strong heroines, richly told, transformation, resilience. I've got to add this to my long list of books to read. I'm always finding new ones. So Jess will be holding the conversation about Circe, and this takes place every second Tuesday.
Okay.
So in September, I don't have the date in front of me. That's the one date I didn't look up. But it's the second Tuesday in September.
All right.
Following our Talking Service Book Club, which happens to take
That
place
would be
on
the 9th, I
12th.
think, because Labor Day's on the 1st, on Monday, so the second Tuesday would be the 9th.
Okay. It's not the second Tuesday. It's the 4th Tuesday. The 3rd Tuesday. It's one of the Tuesdays. The 3rd Tuesday. Okay, I'm sorry you get y'all confused here. This is what happens when we're talking off the cuff. But
Right, okay.
the 3rd Tuesday. It follows the Talking Service Book Club, which is on the 12th. So the 3rd Tuesday following the 12th is the math in your head?
23rd,
23rd.
I believe.
It's on my little thing right here.
Of course, it's printed on your slip. Okay.
It's all scatterbrained today. Well, we
All
might
right.
have to review and mark that date in bold. Don't forget this 3rd Tuesday. It's the 16th.
This is the 16th. All right.
All right, we're back on track now. We just had a meeting to talk about all the good things happening in this month. And the September the 20th, we're going to celebrate the 25th anniversary of our building.
Right.
Okay. Can you believe this building has been around since 1999?
Hard to believe. But
I
it looks
know,
really nice.
We just had a renovation on our top floor, so we want to showcase that. We're having a ribbon cutting and all kinds of fun events that day. It's a Saturday
Right.
from 10 to 2. You want to drop by, check it out. We're going to have all sorts of refreshments and activities and information to share about the new spaces on the top floor. We're actually in the new teen space right now taping, but we'll have a lot of fun in the house on the 20th.
Yep, looking
The
forward to it.
25th
Yeah, the-
anniversary of the building.
The renovated top floor really looks nice.
And that is on the
Everybody-
third, that is on third Saturday. And,
Right, yes, it is.
and so you've been getting a lot of compliments from people looking.
Have been.
Every time people walk upstairs lately, it says this brand new space, and we just reopened after being shut down on the top floor for a while. They're just in awe. So if you haven't seen it yet, you have to come visit. All right, we're all squared away on dates.
Right.
The 22nd is our monthly Rhodes Scholar program. Okay.
Right.
So we Zoom live with experts to talk about different places around the country that we can travel from our armchair. We don't have to have a ticket for a train or a plane or go anywhere far distance away. But they're going to Egypt in September. They're going to visit King Tut's tomb and all the secrets there surrounding. How do you say King Tut's full name? Do you know how to pronounce it?
No, I don't.
Tutankhamun. Can you make an effort or stab at that?
Tutankhamun, I believe is how it is. And it's interesting this is occurring because, right now at the Biltmore Estate in Nashville, they have a King Tut exhibit. So.
Oh, have you been to see it?
I've not. No, I've been wanting to go, but I have not. But they do have a King Tut exhibit at the Biltmore Estate right now.
Maybe that's probably in
could be
connection here.
Uh-huh.
But we're going to uncover all the clues of King Tut's tomb through ancient Egypt and discoveries that have been made with technology.
Mm-hmm. Right.
It's just amazing what we can learn from technology. I'm watching documentaries on different archaeological digs and things that have been occurring in Pompeii.
Right.
But this is in the king. He was a child king.
Was it his tomb or one of the others there that they just discovered another chamber in? It seems like I read that not too long ago that they, like you say, using technology, they discovered another chamber in one of the...
Yeah, we'll learn more about that for sure. There's a live stream lecture in the library, 22nd of September at 1 p.m. So if you can get away, we'd love to have you join us for that. And you do know about Library Card Sign-Up Month. That's September.
That is
It
September.
is a national event. It takes place across the nation every month in September. It's very important to know when you're heading back to school, students, we have all sorts of resources available for you at the library. Students here in our community, I'm sure across the state, have heard about the Student Access ID program,
Right.
where you can use your ID number that you get from school to borrow from the library. But you might want to go even further to get the physical card, the actual membership. It's free. All you need is a picture ID with your current address. If you're a minor, of course, parents will sign with you on that. So as a perk, during Library Card Sign-Up Month, we'll have some little coupons to go to various places to get a little cookie or beverage or something donated. Mm-hmm. But we have books for children. When the children sign up, they get a free book from our vending machine. Mm-hmm. You've seen our vending machine?
I have seen yes, I have. It's great, great invention here, the vending machine.
Well, it's full of books. It's not regular.
Right, not regular snacks.
Not regular snacks. We're vending free books. Okay. So the kids have been able to do that because with a partnership through the Wilkes County Partnership for Children, we were able to get that vending machine in place. And they get a little golden token and pop it in, and a free book comes out that they can keep.
Right.
So it's important to grow up with good books to read.
Absolutely.
And we want to promote that with a card, library card, sign-up month during the month of September. We do have some new library hours that recently have put into play. With a challenging budget year, we've had to trim back a little, so we're closing now on Monday to Thursday. Rather than staying open until 7, we'll be open until 6, and Friday and Saturday we'll be open at 4. We'll be open until 4:30 rather than 5. So don't get confused. If you stop by and we're not here, just come back the next day. We're here all day. We're just closing a little bit early in the evenings. Now, I know you have been reading some neat books lately that you wanted to share with us.
Well, I do, of course, as a librarian. I'm like you. I've always got a stack of stuff. I mean, of course, a lot of mine are in boxes right now. My wife and I, of course, are moving since I became the new director here. But today, I want to talk about. I'm a science fiction fan. And I don't know if you're not quite as old as I am or whatever, if anybody's familiar with Isaac Asimov. He died in the 70s. But this series of books, The Foundation, this is a series, Foundation Empire, and Second Foundation, was a 3-book series he wrote in the 1960s. about what he calls the Galactic Empire, which ruled the entire galaxy supreme, and how it died or was dying, and how one man, Harry Seldon, predicted its death and predicted its resurrection then. It's an interesting sci-fi read, and this is actually a reread for me because I read it, I don't know, I must have been in my mid-teens when I read it originally or whatever, and I decided about a month or so ago, maybe 2 months, it's hard to remember, about to reread this. I really am enjoying a reread. It's, as usual with everything going on in my life, getting to sit down to read having time to is a challenge, but I'm enjoying the reread on this, and this is the first volume of Foundation. I'm on the second one, Foundation.
Can you reread things? Like you said, you read it when you were younger, but
yes.
Now you're reading it now and you have a new perspective?
Very much a new perspective. As a matter of fact, it's almost like reading it new, because when I reread, as I say, Foundation in the first volume, I'm like, I don't even remember this. Yeah, it's one of those things where I read it as a teen. I know I remember reading it as a teen, but I didn't remember about it. So when I started reading it, it's like it was a brand new book again.
Well, I have noticed same scenario, not that book. That's on my list, though.
Right.
But if we go back and read a novel that I read in high school,
yes.
like, let's say 1984, Orwell.
Right.
That was a high school read for me, and I'm sure it is today for many students. Sometimes you get a nuance of a different look
you do.
Through a lens and ideas of the adult perspective.
You do.
And I'm like, oh, now I know what we're talking about now.
I find that because, when you went through college, they required you to do a lot of reading of various sorts in college. And, I hate to say it, but I'm probably like most college kids, I read for the test. Mm-hmm. Okay? But when I've picked up some of those books now, as I've gotten older, I'm like, oh, wow, this is a real nuanced book. This character is really interesting and fascinating. And so I find I have a whole different perspective of those books that I read when I read them in college to make sure that I could pass the test.
That's right. It's good. It's good sometimes to go back and reread some things.
Sometimes it is.
If you really want to, revisit that book or understand it a little bit more.
Right.
But that's really cool. And so the Isaac Asimov.
Correct. Yes.
The trilogy. You're in book 2?
I'm in book 2 of my reread. Yeah.
Okay.
And he also did, and the first 3 books are the ones that won the Hugo Award.
Right.
But then he wrote 3 more after this called Foundation's Edge, Forward the Foundation, and I cannot remember the name of the third one. So there's actually a second trilogy that followed this one after that. So,
can you educate me on the setting? I know it's on my list to read, but is it more like space sci-fi?
It is space sci-fi. This takes place on I'm trying to remember if he even, I don't think he names the world. It's just the Galactic Empire,
okay,
which rules the entire galaxy, and it doesn't ever really define what that is. Earth doesn't come into play here as far as that goes. Different planets and things do. So he made up his entire Galactic Empire when he wrote the series.
Okay, I'm getting hooked into reading even more now.
Right.
War and Peace and
Foundation. Right. Now I brought one more. This one I have just barely gotten started on, but those of you probably know John Williams is our composer of our lifetimes. Schindler's List, Star Wars, Jaws, Harry Potter, and the list goes on and on and on. Well, this book right here, this is actually an early published edition from Oxford University Press. This will come out September the 1st. Because I'm such a fan of John Williams, I signed up for their club or whatever and got this early. But John Williams is a 93-year-old now, and of course he's composed for 7 decades, 70 years he's been a composer. He is the most Academy Award nominated living single individual in the world. 54 Academy Award nominations. Walt Disney surpassed him, but my argument is Walt Disney had all those people helping him. So to me, it doesn't count. John has done this all on his own.
I'm amazed. It's very impressive.
Yeah. John actually agreed reluctantly with Tim Grieving, who wrote this book, to do his autobiography, because John was like, I want my music to speak for me. Not, I'm a boy. He himself says, I'm a boring person. My life was boring. You don't need to really know about me. But Tim Grieving convinced him over a course of years to actually to let him do a biography of him, and so that's what this is. And I'm only about 7 pages into this so far, but I'm looking forward to it because there's been studies of John's music, and I mean, from a musicological standpoint, I mean, what rhythms and pacing and stuff he uses in his scores and leitmotifs and all that other stuff. But this is John himself personally and what happened in his life. And of course, he's still living now, I say 93 years old, but I'm looking forward to really digging into that one and finding out more about my favorite film composer at this point.
I love biographies. That's pretty interesting to know more about him. And I was just looking at him, like when you hold that book up, I was like, Russell, you look like John Hughes.
It's interesting. I don't think I've ever thought about that, but I guess John and I kind of have the same sort of beard kind of shape or whatever.
You do.
But yeah, Lord, if I had his musical talent, I mean, I love music, but I do not have his musical talent. So.
Well, we're both reading memoirs then. I'm reading about the inventor and you're reading about the composer.
Correct, yes.
So,
very much so.
It's kind of interesting how things overlap in what we read. I grew up on biographies in Childcraft Encyclopedia.
Oh, okay.
That was my read back then. I love to read about other people's lives.
Right.
It's so fascinating. You can read a book and travel to Egypt. You can read a book and be a composer.
You can.
You can put yourself in a position.
Book.
Or go to the outer limits.
Absolutely.
There's so many places you can go. A book will take you everywhere.
It will. And there's a lot more that would be on my list. Honestly, when Suzanne said, bring your books, I'm like, which ones?
There's so many good ones to read about. I have a few little notes about the children's department. They had a great summer with summer reading and feeding the kids with Imagination Cafe. And of course, last month they took a break, but we're back with programming for September. Books and Babies every Friday at 11. Again, free books for the kids that sign up to get a library card. We're taking a pause on the art swap, but just stay tuned. We'll bring that back. But the toddler music and movement is now going to be toddler yoga, and it's going to be taught by Susan Cadell. And other programs will come back as always on Thursday, just like we had last year. But story time is now on Tuesday at 11. And those dates and times are right because they wrote them down.
Right, because they wrote them down.
So, sometimes I have so many things going on. Like, what's next? What's next?
It's true. I agree. If I don't
call
write
us
it down.
up or visit the website if you need to know more. And I hope to see you in the library. And don't forget about the open house.
Right, absolutely.
The 25th anniversary here of our new library, our new top floor is up and running, and we would love to see you come and check it out. Thank you, Russell.
Thanks, Suzanne. I appreciate it. I look forward to seeing all of you here at the library.
Yeah. And happy reading. We'll see you soon.